All right, welcome. All right, we're gonna try to get this into one take. We're gonna go over the acid base farm in Once Human. Now, this seems to only work in Nalcott right now. We don't know what we're gonna be looking at whenever we get the season change and everything like that. But this is how this looks on this area. All right, so realistically speaking, this is probably not going to be one of the bases you would make at the beginning of the game. This is in a pollution zone. So when we get into the game and everything like that, it's going to load in and we're going to be in our pollution zone. Now, we are going to need a couple different things. It looks like I'm not in my pollution zone. Okay. But a good pollution zone that I've found, and make sure that you are of level to do so, you're going to be over here in the west part of the area. If you can be by a water source that is in a polluted zone, that is so much better. So we're gonna teleport over here, and we're gonna have a couple different things going on at this base. All right. It really does help whenever you have more people to play with in Once Human. Whenever other people contribute to the game and everything like that, it really does help. So if you can find a hive or a war band that multiple people have different kind of like memetics and everything like that, then you'll definitely make a little bit of a difference. All right. So here you can see on our backpack, of course, the game's a little buggy, so it's not going to show me, but we are in a polluted zone. This polluted zone is pretty heavily polluted. If you look at the bottom on our sanity bar, we're about 75%. Now if you got better armor and stuff like that, it'd be less, but this is a very good place to set up a acid farm. All right, and there's really one reason why we're getting acid. Actually two reasons, I'm sorry. One of the reasons we're getting acid is going to be tungsten. Unfortunately, in this area, there is no tungsten. There is Star Trace ore, but there's no tungsten here. The highest you can get right here is aluminum. So if you can find a place that you can set up a acid farm in a tungsten area, then you'll be set up. All right, so let me go over the base specifications, which you may or may not need. All right, for myself, deluxe storage crate comes in handy, so we can store some stuff. This one right here, if you can get the electrical expert, so you would have a +1 generator, that would really help. That way you can have more power. More power means more pumps. We'll talk about that in a second. All right, so also what we're going to need is we're going to need to come over here to our logistics. We're going to need our water pumps. If you can get the reverse osmosis purifier, this is probably one that it works. I didn't get it on this character because I don't need it on this character. I use my other character, but you're going to want advanced generators. So you're going to want, actually, you just want the power upgrade. If you can get the deviant energy, that's the best thing you can get. And then we also need our barrel. Okay, so we do need the barrel. Where'd it go? We need fuel refinery. And we need, I can't ever find anything on this thing. I wish there was a way that it was a little bit easier. Let's see. And then we need brewing barrels. Okay, so brewing barrels, the power upgrade, and reverse osmosis. Okay, so to get this started, one, you're going to want a lot of supplies that can actually support this. We have 7 deviation generators right here, so each one of these deviation generators is 100 tungsten, so that means you need, just for this setup, is 700 tungsten, and then 40 parts per 40 automatic parts, the special plastics, stardust source fuses. All right, so this gives us plenty of power. And with one of the other characters that we have, one of the other characters actually boosts these. So instead of being the normal 30, I think that they usually are, yeah, they're usually about like 30, 35. It's boosted up to 40 per. All right, and so what we're gonna do, we're gonna hit B, and if you didn't know this, if you hit B in the build mode and you hit the tilde right above the tab, all right, you can actually move around the country and everything like that. All right, so what we're gonna do is we just need a little bit of water right here. Okay, so we're gonna have 2 water pumps. These 2 water pumps right here are gonna pull in water. All right, and so what they're gonna do, they're gonna pull in polluted water, but we need the dirty water. Okay, so we have dirty water right here. This one's going to be dirty water, and this is going to be polluted water right here. All right, so the dirty water is going to come in here. It's going to turn into pure water, and we need a place to put our pure water. So what we're going to do is we're going to come right here, and then we put these on tables because we do have gravity fed. And so what we do is that water is going to come in here and it is going to transfer to these tanks. Okay. So the pure water is going to be in these tanks right here. And how I actually have it set up for this one is if we hit B and then we hit L, we can see where everything is. All right, so there's all our water spigots and everything like that. We have both of the dirty waters making pure water into each one of these barrels, and then the overflow is going to be in these two tanks. Okay. Now on the other side, and if you can, the more you can build, the better. I think I ran out of some supplies and then I just never got back to it. I still have 32 working power. But what we're going to do is we're going to take all of these pumps over here. Okay. So each one of these is pumps. These are pumping polluted water. So in a polluted area, if you pump in the water, you get polluted and dirty water. If you pump on the land, you just get straight up polluted water. Okay. And so what we have is each one of these pumps is going to come up to one of these water pumps right here. Okay. So these go right here. These go into the water pumps, and then we're actually going to put them into the purifiers right here. These purifiers are going to be pulling that water. Okay, see, just polluted water. And then they're going to be turning that into impure acid. All right, so once they're done right there, that impure acid is going to empty out into these barrels. Okay, so then we're going to grab our impure acid. All right, usually we get like, this goes pretty quick, right? All right, so the impure acid, and then we're going to take our brewing barrels. Okay, and so what we're going to do is we got here just in time and everything like that. We are going to refill this, and look, we are just going to collect our acid as we go. So we're going to refill these, refill that. There we go. There we go. This one is going to take 700. So we're going to put that 700 in. And then we're going to do this based on how many barrels that you're able to collect. So the more pumps you get, the more impure acid you're going to get. The more impure acid, you're going to want a lot more pumps, right? All right. There we go. We're just going to go ahead and refill all these. Okay. All right. And then when we're finished with that acid, if you can find somebody in your warband that has these super refineries as a memetic, then what you're going to do is, I think they cost just like a little bit more. I think normally the refineries cost about 10 or so. Yeah, they cost 10 power. These cost 15 power, but they allowed you to put 2 spots. And so what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking this acid. All right, you take the acid, you put it in here, and then you're going to fry it down to portable mixed fuel. And then if you want, you could take that portable mixed fuel and refine that down, and that's going to turn into premium fuel. Once you get your acid farm going and everything like that, this is what your other bases are going to look like. This is one of our refinery bases. All right, we've got acid going in here. We've got portable mixed fuel, so we're getting barreled premium. We're getting mixed fuel, and then what we're going to do is we take that. Look at that, 345 mixed fuel. So we're going to put more acid in here, like that, top that off, come over here to the next one. All right, 375. So what we're going to do with that, one, we're going to put it away, and or we're going to make missiles. So once you get that, hopefully you have somebody that has the 3x missiles. All right, so this character right here has the 3x missiles. So what we're going to do is we're going to either make 3x missiles or we're going to make the red plasma rounds. And so once you guys get your acid farming going and everything like that, one of your missile boxes should just look like this. Look, 64 slot missile box, all biomass missiles right there, more biomass missiles right there, and then you'll be able to take on the Prime Wars. There you go.